What's going on, everybody? This is Mali and Jay, and today the purpose of this video is to do a review of the Goophone i6 version number 2 that I got from iBaby888. I paid about $180 for this device, and I gotta say that it is definitely an upgrade from the previous model that I unboxed not too long ago. So here, just to get started, let's go through the physical aspects of the device. Here on the very front is where we're gonna have the proximity and light sensor together with the 2-megapixel front-facing camera and the ear speaker. At the very bottom, we're just gonna have the home button. On the very left, we're going to have the silencer switch together with the volume rockers up and down. At the very bottom, we're going to have the 8-pin connector together with the loudspeaker, the microphone, and the 3.5mm headphone jack. On the right side of the device, we're going to have the SIM tray together with the power button. And the great thing about this phone is that it is made of aluminum all the way around, including these two parts. Even though they have a different tone of gold color, so we can notice right here, it is still aluminum as well as on the top. Now here in the very back, we're going to have the 5-megapixel camera with a reset button and the LED flash. You can see here we have the Apple logo, and at the very bottom we have the iPhone logo. Now here in the very front, we're going to have the 4.7-inch capacitive touchscreen. It is an IPS display, and we can notice that here from viewing angles, it does have very nice colors. They're very vivid, and it is a 720p display, so I was actually very excited about that. It is very sensitive with the touchscreen, as we can notice right here. Also, this phone has a quad-core processor. It's the MTK6582. It is clocked at 1.3 gigahertz, and we can notice that here. It is very smooth, even though I installed some heavy games. As we can notice right here, I have Oswald 8, Beach Buggy, and all these games right now, and it's not lagging whatsoever. Also here, we can see that the operating system, it is simulated to be iOS 8. I would say more like iOS 7, but it is actually running the Android 4.2.2. It is a Jelly Bean device. When we go here to settings, we go to general, we go to about device. Here we can notice that the device is showing as if it was running the iOS 8, but we know that's actually fake. This is going to be, once again, the Android version. And the first thing we're going to test here is the camera. The camera is quite decent. It does shoot great video. So here we're going to go ahead and do a video test. Check the next clip and let me know what you guys think. Alright guys, so here we have the camera test on the Goophone i6. This is version number 2. And we can see that it is acting right now like a 5-megapixel camera. So the quality is not going to be the best out there, but at least it is much better than the first version of the Goophone i6, which I believe the camera had a much lower quality than this. And again, for the price and being a concept or a clone of the iPhone 6, I think the camera is acting pretty well. But again, you're only going to get what you pay for, so this is going to be a 5-megapixel sensor. And now we're going to go ahead and test the front-facing camera. We can notice that the front-facing camera is quite poor, and that's because it's only 1.3 megapixels. It's not going to give you the best quality. The recording quality on it is quite poor. I mean, you might be able to use it for Skype maybe if you have to, but it's not going to be great for selfies as it's not very clear. But at least it's there and it does the job. And again, according to the price of this phone, you can't really ask for more. Alright guys, so there we have it for the camera test, and as you can see, it is not the best camera out there, but at least it's definitely an upgrade from the previous model that I got for this phone. I mean, I gotta say that the first version of the Goophone i6 was actually terrible. It was almost unusable, but this camera definitely got an upgrade. And also, I do like the aluminum back, makes the device feel very premium and kind of heavy as well. Alright, and here from the UI, we can see we have the notification center. We had the today option, which basically gives you today's date. It doesn't give you the weather. We also have the all notification options, where basically every time you download an application or you get a notification, let's say from a text message or anything of that kind, you will receive it right here. Also, for missed calls and text messages as well, you can go here to where it says missed, and it will only give you all the missed calls that you have gotten throughout the day. We also have here the messaging application. It does work as intended. Also, we have here the calendar application, and the reason I'm opening every single application is so that you guys can compare this versus the original iPhone 5s right now that has the iOS 8 beta version. That way you guys can compare and determine whether or not this does look like the iOS 8. We also have here the photos application, as we can see right here, very similar to iOS. Here we have the camera interface, and we can see that it does also look very similar. We have here the video option, which basically you just slide over and it'll give you the option to do videos, to do photos, to do the square option, and also the panorama option. So we can see that it does work. I mean, it does lag a little bit. It's not very fluent, as we can notice right here. Sometimes you have to try it several times. Here we have the HDR option, but it's actually fake. It doesn't work. As a matter of fact, if I tap on it, it doesn't make any difference, as we can see right here. And also when I take the pictures, it doesn't change the quality. Now here we also have the flash option. You have the auto flash, the on and off. So whatever option you want to choose, you can do it here from the top. Now the flash here in the back, we can see here that it does look quite decent in build quality. However, it's not very bright, so if you're gonna shoot pictures at nighttime, I wouldn't recommend it. Also here we have the weather application. This is running through Yahoo, so it is very effective. All you have to do, put your city. Let's say for instance, I put here my zip code, and let's say I type 33411 and I hit next. It gives me my city, which is West Palm Beach. And also let's say I type another zip code here, let's say 34759. You hit next, and it does give me Kissimmee, which is my old city, and there we can see that yes, it is working quite well. Now also we have here the clock. The clock is very similar to iOS. We have here at the bottom the alarm option, we have the stopwatch option and the timer, and everything seems to be working perfectly well. Also, I forgot to mention that the loudspeaker here in the very bottom is quite loud, and I'll be showing you guys that very soon. Now another thing we're gonna go ahead and check here is the maps. The maps is the regular Google Maps, and it does work very well, as we can notice right here. Right now it is reading my GPS, and the GPS on this device also works very well. We have here the Game Center, which basically is a mock application that makes it look like the Game Center, but it takes you directly to the Play Store. And talking about the Play Store, it does work very well on this device. You don't need to do any type of customizations to get it working. It comes like this right out of the box. Again, everything works as intended, and everything seems to be in English this time. We also have the Notes application. We also have here the iTunes, which basically is the music player. And we also have here the Passbook application. I never used this either. I am assuming that it does work. And then here we can see that YouTube is also working perfectly well. I'm gonna open it for you guys right now. And when we go here to my uploads, you can see here all my videos. So unlike the previous model, it didn't actually support YouTube, and I get an error all the time. But this time I was able to log in on this device, and it is working like a charm, as we can see right here. We can also even play videos. So here I have the unboxing of this same device, just to prove to you guys that yes, it is working. And it's not the fastest. I mean, sometimes even though I'm connected to Wi-Fi, it does take a moment, but at least it's working, and you can see that the quality of it is very nice. This is definitely a 720p device, as we can notice right here. Now here we can also see some other application. It comes pre-installed already with the Google Maps, and you can actually use the navigation system. Once again, the GPS on this device also works. Here we have the calculator. So basically we can see that everything on this device physically on the operating system makes you feel like you have the actual thing. All right, and here we also have the control center. The control center on this device works perfectly well. We can see here we can set up turn on and off the airplane mode. We also have here the Wi-Fi on and off. We have the Bluetooth. We also have here the do not disturb option, and we have many options that work just like iOS. All right guys, another thing we're gonna go ahead and do here is test the Bluetooth. Here I have my little Bose speaker, and yes, I went back to it as I did miss it. So we're gonna go ahead and turn it on. Let's put it on pairing mode here. And now we're gonna go here to settings. We're gonna go to where it says Bluetooth. Let's turn it on, and then we're gonna pair with the device and see how fast it's going to do it. So right now it is searching for devices, and I think it's reading the Bose SoundLink Mini, as we saw right there, and it took just a few seconds. So if we tap on it, now we're gonna pair to it and test the sound. So here we can notice it has connected already, and as well here we can see I got the white light symbolizing that it has been paired. So now we're gonna go back once. Then we're gonna go to where it says sound, and then we go to where it says ringtone, and let's go ahead and test it. Now here we're gonna go ahead and test the loudspeaker. So there we can hear that the loudspeaker is actually of pretty good quality, considering that, again, this is a replica. Alright guys, so the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is play some games and open some applications so that you guys can see the actual performance of the device with the gaming and whatnot. So I'm going to put a music in the background. Make sure you guys enjoy it. so there we saw some of the performance on this device, and as we can notice, it's not bad at all. It does work very well. And the next thing we're going to do here is test here the Wi-Fi. We can see that the Wi-Fi reception is very good as well. And we can see right here that when we turn off the Wi-Fi on AT&T, it is getting 3G right now. And if we open here the browser, and let's say we search for, let's say here, dhgate.com. See here, we're going to see that it is actually quite decent. I mean, it's not going to be LTE speed, but at least it's going to do its job. Let's open here YouTube. See here, youtube.com. Let's check and see how fast it is. And here we can witness that it is quite fast. Again, it is getting 3G on AT&T network, so I was very satisfied about that. And also with the Wi-Fi, of course, it's going to work even better. So let's go ahead and turn on the Wi-Fi and wait here until it connects. And we're going to go ahead and reload the page so that you guys see for yourself that it is currently working well. So here we're going to go ahead and reload this page. And as you can see, it was almost twice as fast. And let's go ahead and open here with the Wi-Fi connection on. Let's open dhgate.com. And here we can see, guys, that yes, it is extremely fast. I mean, I was very satisfied with the browser, and it is definitely better than the previous model that we got before. Now also here I have the Antutu benchmark that I got from the new Antutu app. This is the version number 5. It is a better version, and it does give you the real score. We got a score of about 14,413, and here we can see all the details with the score of the Antutu test benchmark. And if you go here back once, we can actually confirm here the device's information. It is showing as the brand iPhone. We know that that's not true. The Android version is true. It's the 4.2.2. It is running the MTK 6582. It does have a screen resolution of 1280 by 720 pixels. The camera is a 5 megapixel camera. We can see here, I'm just going to scroll down so that you guys can see the remaining of the information. And here, once again, it is confirming based on the Android SDK version that it is the Android 4.2.2. And here are all the sensors supported, and also I have this great application that gives me the details of the sensors supported. You have the accelerometer, the light sensor, you have the orientation sensor, the proximity sensor, we also have the sound sensor and the magnetic sensor. Another thing we're going to go ahead and do is perform a call. We're going to call 611 so that you guys can see the call quality. Let's go ahead and put it on loudspeaker. Also, we can notice right here that the proximity sensor does work on this device very well. Also, talking about the battery does hold very well on this phone. I charged it last night, very late at night, and I've been using it now for about almost half a day, and we can see that the battery is lasting quite well. I was actually very impressed because we know that on some models that we've seen on the iPhone 6 or the iPhone 5s or the iPhone 5, we noticed that it didn't hold the battery very well, but this one does. So that was very impressive, and I think I went through everything on this phone, guys. We also have here the music application. As we can see right here, it is just a standard one, so nothing very special there. Once again, I think I went through everything on this phone. If you guys do have any questions, please don't forget to comment below. Please like the video, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.